Hi, YouTube. I am just getting TikTok set up, so you'll just have to forgive me a moment as I get that going. In the meantime, welcome. If you're watching the recording, hello. Let me see here. I just need to do this real quick. I'm doing something a little different on TikTok today. I created kind of like a little banner, so we'll see how that looks. Oh, that looks good. Okay. I'm excited. Fantastic. And we'll get started in just a moment, YouTube. Thank you again for waiting as we go live. Okay. Hello, TikTok. Welcome to Taroscopes Live. Hello, YouTube. Welcome. I'm so excited. We are doing Taroscopes for this month of June, as you can tell, unlike the other versions that I have done in the past, and I just realized my mic is not plugged in. So let me do that real quick. I'm starting a couple days into the month on this one rather than right at the beginning of the month. And the reason for that is because I was sick. I ended up getting sick last month, and it really kind of threw off my schedule. There we go. And so because of that, we are now starting our tarot scopes on the 4th of June rather than the day before we get into the month of June. So with all that being said, for anyone who is new to seeing and experiencing tarot scopes, welcome. What this is it's free tarot reading where I am going to be pulling a card for every single zodiac sign in regards to the month ahead, aka for the month of June. So what is your sun sign? What is your moon sign? What is your rising sign? Have those on hand because that is what we're going to be using today in order to determine what is the energy for the month of June for you. So usually when I do these tarot scopes, I kind of bounce all over the place. Sometimes I go in order from Aries to Pisces or Pisces to Aries. But today I have used my dice and I've decided to let fate determine which zodiac sign gets to go first and which goes last. So I have rolled the dice before getting into this. So let's go ahead and jump right in. The first at the top here for the tarot scopes is going to be Gemini. So again, this card that I'm about to pull is going to be for Gemini. So if you have a Gemini sun, moon, or rising sign, this card is for you. What is the guidance that Gemini needs for the month of June? What is it that Gemini needs for the month of June? And what is the energy heading towards Gemini? What can Gemini expect in the month of June? What's the energetic forecast for our lovely Geminis? All right, so Gemini, your card for the month of June, we have the Ace of Wands. So Ace of Wands is actually really lovely, Gemini. You're starting off June with this really beautiful energy of passion and creativity and excitement. And the month of June really holds a lot of possibility for you, especially in regards to new creative outlooks, new creative endeavors, new creative ideas coming to the surface. Now, Gemini, this doesn't mean that the idea is going to be there and then be done and then you'll have the thing. No, this is like a new adventure. So like with any new adventure, it's going to take time. You're going to need some time to explore and see what it's all about and really get into how do I feel about this? What drives me? What about it is exciting to me or not? It's all about that exploration. It's all about doing different. It's all about finding the passion and the excitement in possibility, in creativity. So, Gemini, as you move into the month of June, really take with you this idea of what sparks creativity within me? What drives me forward? How can I move through the month of June with this creative inspiration? All right, Gemini. I hope this brings you some guidance for the month of June, Gemini. And I would love to hear if this resonated with you. By the way, if you haven't had a chance to go and watch May or any of the previous months, they are up on my YouTube. You can always watch the recording. I just got started, so we just did Gemini, and we are going random throughout the zodiac signs. So next up, Libra. If you have a Libra sun, moon, or rising, this is your card for the month of June. What is the energy that Libra can expect? What is the energetic forecast for our Libras? Our Libra suns, our Libra moons, our Libra risings. What is the guidance? What is the message that Libra needs to know for the month of June? What is the guidance? What is the message that our Libras need as they move through the month of June? All right, Libra, as I'm shuffling, I'm getting a little bit of nervous energy. So let's go ahead and see Ace of Cups reverse. Oof, okay. So Libra, I can see why the energy is a little nervous around the month of June for you, because Ace of Cups reverse is really asking yourself, what things are just not filling your cup anymore, Libra? But the month of June is really asking yourself those deep questions. It's about doing the shadow work and asking yourself what emotionally is just not fulfilling anymore, for better or for worse. Like, it may sound like a really intense and heavy question, Libra, as you consider and contemplate these things in the month of June. But in reality, Libra, that is going to be the key question to help you figure out, is this making me happy? Does this bring me joy? Do I have any kind of emotional fulfillment from X, Y, Z things? Like, that could be a project, a person, an endeavor. It's really, however this resonates for you, it's really about tapping into, do I actually feel motivated and joyous about thinking about this? Even just the thought of it, does it make me stressed? Does it make me anxious? Because that's that anxiety, nervous feeling I was getting as I was shuffling your cards. Is if it's giving you any kind of stress, it's time to kind of refocus on what it is that you need, what it is that you want, what brings you that emotional joy, and really tapping back into those things rather than, I have to get this done, I have to do this thing, this is what's expected of me. There are some situations, well, yes, it's not going to be in your control, and that's okay. But by asking yourself this question of, does it bring joy? Does it resonate with me? You can start to figure out how you can go about to reshuffle those things in a way that feels invigorating and new and actually fills your cup, whether that's completely leaving that situation or doing things differently. But for you, Libra, this month of June is all about getting deep in those emotions. So don't be afraid to feel your feelings, Libra. It's going to be emotional, but it's a really, really good, deep emotional feeling that you can experience if you're willing to do a little bit of that heavy shadow deep work. All right. I hope that resonates with you, my beautiful Libras, for the month of June. And like I said, if you missed your sign, so far we've only done Gemini and Libra. I'm just getting started. You can always go back and watch these recordings on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. I have last month's up as well. So next up, because we're going randomly, we have Leo. So if you have a Leo sun, moon, or rising sign, this card is your energetic forecast for the month of June. What do I say? What do I mean when I say energetic forecast? Energetic forecast is just like a weather forecast. The weather can always change. However, what it can tell you is whether or not to bring an umbrella, and that is what we are doing here with these tarot scopes. What is the energetic forecast in the month of June? How can you better prepare yourself for that energy? So Leo sun, moon, and rising, what is the energy for Leos as they move into June? What is it that my Leos need to know? What is it that these beautiful, lovely Leos need for the month of June? What is the guidance coming through for Leos in the month of June. So as I'm shuffling, Leo, I have like this same kind of nervous energy, but it's more exciting. It feels like anticipatory. Like the anticipation is there. There's something. So, Leo, your card for the month of June is the moon reversed, which is really interesting because this is almost like the antithesis of your sign, right? You're all about the sun. You're all about shining that beautiful light. Okay, Leo, beautiful. You're shining that beautiful light. However, this is asking you to shine it differently, which may sound a little strange, but if you think about it, the moon is literally reflecting the sun's rays onto the earth. And everyone can appreciate the moon for its beauty in its own unique way, but the moon wouldn't shine as bright if it wasn't for the sun. That is why it's in reverse here. It's asking you, Leo, how can you shine your light in a new and interesting way, in a new, deep, creative way that is specific to your deep emotions that you aren't addressing right now, Leo? And I say this, and I'm kind of being called out myself because I'm also a Leo. Leo, shine your light differently. That can only happen when you are open to feeling the feelings. That can only happen when you are ready to allow yourself to say, ooh, this makes me uncomfortable, but I'm going to do different. Ooh, this is kind of like weird to me, and it feels like really different in a way that I don't know if I like it, but that's okay because I'm going to explore. This is all about exploring the darkness, Leo. You're always shining your light, but it's time to kind of allow yourself to not dim yourself, but like let the lights get down low, let the moody lights come on, and allow yourself to kind of feel around in the unknown darkness, Leo. It may sound scary, but this is one of those things that can be extremely rewarding if you allow yourself to do that deep dive, if you allow yourself to do the shadowy things and allow yourself to shine your light in this new way that may feel a little awkward or clunky at first. And it might not be something you're used to. It could be something that will actually really help you out in the long run. And that's why the energy as I was shuffling the cards felt really exciting and anticipatory for you, Leo, because this isn't like doing deep, heavy emotional shadow work. It's about feeling the feelings and shining your light in a different kind of way, in a way that makes you uncomfortable, but in an exciting like way that's like, ooh, I don't know what's around the corner. I don't know what I'm about to run into. Let's find out. So find out, Leo, explore, see what happens. Play in the space. That's really what this is all about, is allowing your emotions and your heart to just go forward and play in the space. So far, we've done Gemini, Libra, and Leo. If you've missed your sign, no worries. You can always catch it on my YouTube, which I am also live streaming too. So next up, we have Virgo. If you are a Virgo sun, moon, or rising, this card is for your sign. Virgo, what is the guidance? What is the message for my Virgos? What does Virgo need to hear right now for the month of June? What is the guidance? What is the message coming through for Virgo? What is the energetic forecast for my Virgos? And how can Virgo better prepare for the month of June? Okay, Virgo, as I am finishing up your shuffling here, there was this really beautiful like centering that was happening in my energy that felt like really calm and balanced, especially compared to the Leo energy that I was just tapped into, which felt a little more like up here and kind of like spicy. So this kind of calm, you have the card 4 of Wands reversed. Okay, so Virgo, 4 of Wands reversed is really asking yourself what feels supportive right now. And it's really, really, really getting present and centered around who feels like home to you, what feels like home to you. Finding ways to get into a state of balance through finding what is home to you, who is home to you, what that means to you, and how you can tap into those energies for that calming and grounding support. Because it's really hard to feel loved and supported and grounded. When you are in a state of, I don't know if this person agrees with me. I don't know if this career is supporting me the way I need it to. I don't know if there's a lot of I don't know, I'm not sure, kind of up in the air questions coming up for you in June, Virgo. This is the time to start asking, how can I find the people and the places that do support me? How can I connect in with the people and the places that support me? That means reaching out to friends and family and loved ones who genuinely will be there to love and support you, my Virgo. It's not about trying to make everybody happy. It's not about trying to people please, because I know that's kind of the direction you want to lean in, of like, well, maybe if I just kind of go with it and I just like accept. No, 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 no. Virgo, you have to focus on your stability right now to find that inner peace that comes from being willing to say no to the people and the things that aren't supporting you, and reaching out to the things and the people that are. So, Virgo, as you move through the month of June, really be checking in and seeing, is this supporting me? How is this supporting me? Is it not supporting me? And if the answer is, yeah, it's not supporting me, then what is it that you need to do? What next steps do you need to take? All right, Virgo, that is your tarot card for the month of June, my Virgos. Next up, we have Capricorn. If you are a Capricorn sun, moon, or rising, this card is your card for the month of June. Now, we've already done Gemini, Libra, Leo, Virgo. Now we're doing Capricorn. What is the guidance for Capricorn during the month of June? What is the guidance? What's the message that Capricorn needs for the month of June? All right, Capricorn. What is the energetic forecast for you, Capricorn, for the month of June? Okay. Capricorn, your card is Strength reversed. All right. So as I was pulling this card, I even noticed I kind of did this sigh of like, and it's a sigh of both relief and frustration is the feeling. And with Strength reverse being your June kind of energetic forecast, Capricorn, this is really about calling on your energies, your strength, and finding your strength, because the month of June for you, Capricorn, could be pretty tiring. I'm not gonna lie, it could be really exhausting. It's kind of like that feeling of like, okay, so we're doing this again. Okay, so here I am again. So it can feel a little frustrating as you move into the month of June. But this isn't about trying to control the situation, Capricorn. It really isn't. And I know being able to control the situation in a way that feels good and you can look at everything from all the angles and then have your plan A, B, and C is how you enjoy working, Capricorn, but that's not the way to go about it in June. It really isn't. June is going to feel frustrating, especially if you try to control the situation and dominate the situation. And the way that we actually call upon strength is by allowing ourselves to recognize we don't have to hold on to it, we can let it go. We don't have to control the situation, we can let it go. We can go with the flow and still be able to see where it is that you're heading. And if you can't see where you're heading, that's fine too. But it's not about control. Like, even if we look at the strength card here, I'll show TikTok first. Even if we look at the strength card, look at how this character is interacting with the lion, YouTube. Look how this character is interacting with the lion. This character is not forcing the lion to do anything the lion doesn't want to do. They are not a lion tamer in the sense that they're shoving their hand in the lion's mouth and forcing the lion to do tricks. No, this lion is working with them in tandem. They are working as one. So that's why, Capricorn, the month of June isn't about forcing the situation. It's about allowing it to be and work with the energies that you are given in the month of June. As frustrating as that can be, try to allow yourself to go with it. All right. So far we have done Gemini, Libra, Leo, Virgo, and Capricorn. Next up, we have Scorpio. I'm going to take a drink of water. And I see a couple of people asking questions in the chat. We are not doing questions tonight. We are just doing tarot scopes. So for anybody who is new, this is where I pull a single card for each of the zodiac signs for the month ahead, aka for June, since I'm a little late to the party. But I do plan on having a tarot quick pull live in which I will be pulling tarot cards for specific questions, but that's not going to be happening until Friday the 13th at 7 p.m. I haven't made the announcement yet, so here it is. If you are interested in having specific questions asked and answered via live, that's happening Friday the 13th. So make sure to follow along, make sure you're subscribed, and make sure to check back in. Same exact time, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Friday the 13th. I'm going to be answering questions. I was supposed to do it last month, but like I said, I got really sick. So we're doing it this month. All righty. So Scorpio, you are next. Let's see what is the energy. What is the forecast for Scorpio? What is the guidance? What is the message coming through for Scorpio? What is the energetic forecast for Scorpio? How can Scorpio move through these energies? What is it that Scorpio needs? So if you are a Scorpio sun, moon, or rising, this is your tarot card for the month of June. So Scorpio, what is the guidance? What is the message coming through for Scorpio for the month of June? I got one more shuffle, I feel like. All right. Scorpio, your energetic forecast for the month of June. We have the Hierophant reversed. Scorpio, the month of June is really asking yourself, like, it's going to be really about asking yourself, one, first and foremost, what is it that you value? What are your core beliefs? And what systems and belief systems and value systems do you not agree with? And how can you use your voice in that way? And the reason why I'm really drawn to talk about speaking and your voice is because as soon as I started trying to talk for this card, I was feeling like the words were really stumbling out of my mouth, not just literally like tripping over my words, which I do sometimes, but it literally feels like my tongue just does not want to form the right words. And I always try to tap into the energies when I pull these cards because it definitely comes into play here. So with the Hierophant reverse, it's asking you to really be clear about saying what it is that you are willing to agree with and what you're not willing to agree with, what it is that you are agreeing to, what it is that you are saying, yes, I believe in this. And actually, no, I don't believe in that. I don't agree with that. It's about being able to be comfortable in speaking your truth and not being afraid of other people's judgments around that, because it's really not about them. It's about you. You're the main character of your life. So Scorpio, as you move through the month of June, make sure you're really staying aligned with your core goals and your core values. And if you don't know what your core values are, your core beliefs are, and your goals, ask yourself, do some journaling, do some deep dive, ask, okay, what is it that I align with when it comes to values? What do I value in people? What do I value in our systems? What is it that I don't agree with our systems currently? What is it that I don't agree with, when it comes to other people's belief systems versus my beliefs and core values? So Scorpio, this is something that you've probably already been tapping into, but now it's about bringing it to the actually like the conscious mind, bringing it to the surface and really addressing that right now. And it's about saying these things, not just thinking about them. So Scorpio, I hope that you are able to move through the month of June with clarity and conviction around your core values, your core belief systems, and speaking up for yourself as well as others. Scorpio, that one was a big one. Like the energy on that one felt very like expansive, but also heavy, but not in a bad way. So it's a big thing to kind of sit with, I feel like. So the next one that we have is Cancer. So the ones that I've already done, and if I've already done your sign, whether you're a sun, a moon, or a rising, don't worry. You can always catch this same video over on my YouTube. It's going to be posted there. So if you missed yours, you can always catch it on my YouTube. My YouTube is the same exact handle as it is here on TikTok, which is Phantasma Witch. So the signs that we've done Gemini, Libra, Leo, Virgo, Capricorn, and we just finished Scorpio. So with that, the next one we have on our list here is Cancer. So if you are a Cancer, sun, moon, or rising sign, this is going to be your card for the month of June. But before I get into that, I am so thirsty. I'm going to take another sip of water. Okay, so these tarot scopes, by the way, I do at the end/beginning of the new month. So I try to do it right before we roll into the new month. This month, I'm a little late. If you didn't hear, I got sick, but we're good now. So if you are interested in more content from me, definitely check out my Patreon, check out my Instagram, my YouTube, hi YouTube, my TikTok if you're not over there already. And like I said, I do this every month. I also have monthly magical workshops that I teach on Patreon. And I also have a podcast called the Oracle Parlor Podcast, which is all about the witchy and psychic tea as well as interviews. So, Cancer. What is the guidance? What is the message coming through for Cancer? If you're a Cancer sun, moon, or rising, this is for you. What is it that Cancer needs for the month of June? What is the guidance coming through for Cancer for the month of June? What message, what guidance is coming through for Cancer? Oh, what is the energetic forecast for Cancer? Ooh, I was just about to stop and that shuffle didn't want to go through. We'll talk about that, Cancer. Okay, Cancer. So when I'm shuffling the cards, I tap into both the energy of what does it feel like energetically. I will also take notice of how the cards shuffle or don't want to shuffle, as well as like if my body has some kind of like weird kind of like reaction. So for you, Cancer, while I was shuffling your cards, I was about to finish the shuffle and the cards didn't want to actually go through the final shuffle. They kind of got blocked. And when this happens, it to me usually kind of feels like when you're trying to start this month, so like June, there may be like a hiccup or kind of like a roadblock that can feel a little like annoying, but it's less like a smack in the face. Like it doesn't feel like that. It feels just more like, oh, I didn't see that. That's kind of annoying. So your card for the month of June, Cancer, we have 10 of Pentacles reversed. So a lot of this has to do with kind of like how it's funny because I feel like this was very similar to one of the cards that we pulled earlier. But this is very much like, how is it that you feel supported or don't feel supported? And the beginning of the month may actually bring this question up pretty much at the start of the month, the first couple weeks or so. You may be reconsidering some things. This is also the card of like family relation and family support. So this is asking, okay, this person said they were going to do XYZ things and then they didn't follow through. Or, my job said that they were going to give me a raise in the beginning of June and then where's the raise? It's that kind of feeling of like, I didn't get the support that I was told I was going to get. I didn't get the thing that I needed that was supposed to come through in June. And the beginning of June is where it really becomes obvious. But it's going to take you the rest of June to really break this down and really ask yourself, okay, so that's what happened. Where do I go from here? because it's less about, you know, oh, well, let's see how this goes. Oh, well, yeah, no, this is what happened. Now, how do we move from here? What is the next step for you from there? And the thing is, the cards, when they don't give us an answer, especially because this is just a one card pull, it's because the whole point is for you to be present, because this may be a time where you're going to feel ungrounded. You're going to feel like you don't have that support. You didn't have that person come through like the way you needed them to. Because of that, it may make you feel a little floaty, and it may make you feel a little like, well, crap, I thought I had XYZ going for me, and it turns out I don't even have that. And so trying to find ways to get grounded this month is really, really important, because again, you're already going to have the idea of where this is coming from pretty quickly, but it's about how you move through it, what actions you take, and how to stay grounded and present during this event, this energy, this thing that's happening. Try not to get too lost in the, well, you know, it should have been this, it should have been that, it could have been this, it would have been that. The shoulda, woulda, couldas don't help. And it's so frustrating, but it's about letting that stuff go and being like, okay, okay, okay. So this is where I'm at now. How can I deal with what I've been given right now? And how can I move forward from there? So that is for my Cancers. I hope that helps. I hope that brings you a little bit more groundedness as you move forward with the month of June. Next up, we have Sagittarius. Oh, perfect timing, as Sagittarius just popped in the chat. Okay, so the signs that we've already done: Gemini, Libra, Leo, Virgo, Capricorn, Scorpio, and Cancer have already had their cards pulled. If you missed that, don't worry. I am also doing this on YouTube, and you can watch the recording of this live over there. This is for your sun, moon, or rising sign. So, Sagittarius, what is the guidance? What is the message that is needed for the month of June? What is the energetic forecast for Sagittarius? What is it that Sagittarius needs for the month of June? What energies are coming for Sagittarius in June, and how can they navigate those energies? Okay, Sagittarius. I actually feel like I want to do one more shuffle here, so give me a second. All right, Sagittarius. So before I pull the card, I see a couple people asking questions. Friday the 13th, 7 p.m. Come back here to the live. I am going to be answering questions directly during that live. So today we're doing tarot scopes, and right now we are pulling the card for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, your card for the month ahead. Oh my gosh. This happens every once in a while, and it always blows my mind when it happens. We have the Hierophant reversed again. This is the second time the Hierophant reversed has come up in this live. Let me kind of tap into this energy though, because this kind of feels a little different than what I talked about earlier. This is for Sagittarius, the month of June for you. It's funny because it's still going to be kind of like what we talked about earlier, which is like really asking yourself, where are my values? What are my core beliefs? And what systems do I agree with and don't I agree with? But this is really like specific to more like what I keep seeing is like a pedestal and a spotlight. So it's less about doing the internal questioning like it was for, I forget who had this card earlier, but for you, Sagittarius, this is more about like the people and the things that you look up to and asking yourself, ooh, do I agree with them? It's less about asking yourself, where are my values? And be like, ooh, okay, hold on. Someone that I really look up to, turns out that they have like a take that I really don't agree with. Turns out that person's core values are really against my core values. And kind of sitting with the idea of what stance are you willing to take on those topics? What things are you willing to say? What things are you willing to accept or not accept? So this feels more like, you know, let's say, for example, you have someone that you really look up to and you really like, who may be like a really popular person online. And then you find out that this really popular person online says something that you really just don't agree with, that really does not sit well with you. That's time for you to kind of be like, ooh, let me think about that one, because I don't know if I feel the same way about that person anymore. So it's more about, how do you feel about your surroundings? And this isn't just about, like I was saying, like somebody popular online. This could also just be the fact of, like, maybe somebody who's close to you, that a friend or someone that you're just like, ooh, hold on. I don't know about that. I'm going to have to reconsider a lot of things. So the month of June is really kind of seeing things for how they are, and being open to having conversation with yourself on what is it that you are willing to accept about those things and what you're not willing to accept, which can be really difficult. So, Sagittarius, I hope that you're able to find ways to navigate this situation as you move through the month of June. Someone asked, have I done Pisces yet? No, but Pisces isn't too far off. So make sure you stick around. So far, we have done Gemini, Libra, Leo, Virgo, Capricorn, Scorpio, Cancer, Sagittarius. If you missed any of those, make sure you go and watch the recording over on my YouTube. And next, we have Aquarius. Oh, good, 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 good. I am glad. I'm glad that the messages are resonating with people. I'm glad that it's vibing. Thank you for letting me know. I love it. All right. So, Aquarius, for anybody who's just now joining, this is Tarot Scopes. It's free. I do it at the end/beginning of every month, in which I do an energetic forecast for the month. So we're in the month of June. I'm pulling a single card for every zodiac sign. And up next, we have Aquarius. So what is the guidance? What is the message that Aquarius needs for the month of June? And like I said, if you didn't catch it earlier, Friday the 13th, I will be answering questions in the live. So if you already got your tarot scope and you're good to go, come back Friday the 13th at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I will answer questions directly. Okay, Aquarius, what is the message? What is the guidance coming through for Aquarius? What is it that Aquarius needs for the month of June? What is the energetic forecast for Aquarius? What is it that my Aquarius sun, moon, or rising peeps need to know about the month of June? Okay, Aquarius, your card for the month of June. We have the 8 of Cups reversed. This is really great, actually. Like, the energy that I'm getting from this card is like, oh, good, finally. Aquarius, this is kind of what you need for the month of June. This is kind of like what you've been like moving towards. You have been moving towards going out on your own, doing differently. And if you haven't yet, this is that turning point for you. Like, this really feels like a liminal space. So it's funny because I'm like, oh, you've been working toward this. But as I'm like tapping more into the energy, I'm like, wait. I think it's been at the forefront of your mind. I don't think the action has been taken yet. So I think this is the month for you where you're starting to say, oh, hey, I need to go do me. Wait a minute. I need to start doing what I need to do for me. And if that means moving into a completely different direction and doing something completely different that resonates with your heart, that makes you happy and brings you joy, that's what it's all about. Like, oh my gosh, it's so funny. I literally just heard the words chase your bliss, which is ridiculous. But Aquarius, this month of June is literally about telling yourself, I'm going to chase my bliss. I'm going to do the thing that makes me happy. Even if it's spontaneous and it's out of the blue, it's about going and doing it, going out and trying it and just being like, screw it. I just need to go and do what I need to do for me in this moment. And it's funny because, like I said, it's been something in your heart and on your mind, Aquarius, but it hasn't been something that you've taken actionable steps on. And June is about being like, all right, the planning is over. It's time to do it. It's time to move forward with it. It's time to start moving in the direction that your heart is calling you in. However, because it is unknown and you're not really sure of where that direction may be, because maybe you have a clear idea and you just don't know what the end result will be, or maybe you have no idea at all, but you feel like you just need to move forward in a different, new way. The point is to go and explore that unknown with a full heart, with okay, telling yourself, okay, I don't know where this is going to take me. I don't know where I'm going to end up. And that's okay. I'm just going to let my intuition guide me. I'm going to feel into the things that feel right to me. I'm going to chase my bliss for the month of June. I'm going to do what makes me happy for the month of June. And that doesn't have to be a permanent change or a huge life altering thing. It's just about telling yourself, you know what? I've been through a lot and I've been thinking about this a lot lately. I'm going to do this thing for me, for no one else, but for me. So, Aquarius, do that little thing for yourself. Have a little treat. Go on that little, day trip, or take yourself to that cafe, or, go take that walk in the park. Make space for you and see where it takes you. Alrighty. Next up, we have Pisces. Pisces, if you are a sun, moon, or rising Pisces, this is for you. This is your energetic forecast for the month ahead. And if you would like to watch the recording, if your sign was already done, you can watch the recording over on my YouTube at Phantasma Witch. So, Pisces, what is the energy coming through for Pisces? What is the energetic forecast for Pisces in the month of June? What is it that Pisces needs to know for the month of June? What is it that Pisces needs? What is the message and the energy coming through for Pisces in the month of June? All right, Pisces. If you were watching the live earlier, I've said this already, but I went to go do your final shuffle, Pisces, and right at the last second, the cards on the final shuffle did not want to go through. So I have to shuffle one more time. And I'll talk about what that means in a moment. So Pisces, when that happens, specifically for you, Pisces, it kind of felt like the unexpected thing that I didn't think was going to happen happened. So the month of June, if the unexpected happens and you're just like, oh, wait, what was that? Little hiccup? Try to go with the flow, because the month of June is Six of Wands. Six of Wands is like literally telling you to bask in your fantastic, glorious light. Do not be shy. Do not hesitate. Do not take the back seat. This month of June is not about taking the back seat, Pisces. It is about putting yourself out there. Despite whatever little hiccup may pop up for you, it's not worth it. It's not worth your energy. It's not worth your focus. What is worth your energy and your focus, Pisces, is the thing that you are passionate about, the thing that brings you that motivation to say, screw it, I'm going to take up space. I'm going to be me. I'm going to say what needs to be said. I'm going to lead in a way that nobody else is doing. I'm going to do different. And I don't care what other people think. It's about really allowing yourself to put yourself out there. And again, just because there may be a little hiccup, a little bump in the road, something that you weren't expecting that kind of didn't go according to plan, Pisces, it's all about riding over those speed bumps and saying, yeah, so what of it? It doesn't bother me. Like, oh, this is going to sound so silly, but I literally just got the Elsa from Frozen, the cold never bothered me anyways. That's your vibe as you move through the month of June, Pisces. It's about not letting those things bother you because you are taking up space. You are following your passions and allowing yourself to like really blaze your path forward. And it is not about at all caring about what other people think. Let people judge, let people say what they want to say. And if that's the bump in the road is like somebody saying something that really like annoys you, let them. Let them. It's not worth it. It's not worth your energy because you're doing you. Keep doing you, Pisces. This month is about doing it your way. All right. So the signs that we have already done. So if I've already done your sign, don't worry. This recording is up over on my YouTube, Phantasma Witch. So the ones that we have already done, we've done Gemini, Libra, Leo, Virgo, Capricorn, Scorpio, Cancer, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Pisces. We only have 2 signs left. And so if your sign was already done, you can catch this recording over on my YouTube. It will be there for you. Oh, good. That was very motivational. I am so glad. I am so, so glad. Thank you for letting me know. I really appreciate it. I'm glad that this brings you some motivation, some inspiration. That is why I do this. That's why I do these for free every month, because I hope to be able to shine some inspiration and light as we move through the month forward. So next we have Taurus. If you are a Taurus, sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your June energy forecast. So what is it that my Taurus sun, moon, and rising need? What is it that Taurus needs for the month of June? By the way, don't forget, if you would like to have a specific question answered, Friday the 13th at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I will be doing a live answering specific questions. So make sure to come back, follow along, and I will see you Friday the 13th. For your specific answers and questions. So, Taurus. What is the energy? What is the forecast? What is it that my Taurus needs? All right. Taurus, what is the energy coming for you in June? And what does that forecast look like? Ooh, okay. So before I pull the card, the energy felt very invigorating, and then it like shifted into this like really smooth, like focused, like it's kind of like everything felt really, really expansive, and then everything got like really honed in and really focused. And the the card that we have actually really matches that. We have King of Wands. King of Wands is about that fiery ambition and that taking up space and being really loud, but being very focused about it and being very precise about it. So, Taurus, the month of June for you is all about having that laser focus on the things that drive you, your passions, the things that you've been wanting to speak on, the things you've been wanting to take action on. It's about being like, here I am, this is me, but here's how I'm going to take action. Here are the steps I'm going to take to go forward. So, yes, it's about kind of like what we were just talking about, being loud and taking up space and being like, here I am, but it's in a different way. This is in more of that really like, here's my plan A, B, and C. Here are the steps that I am going to take in order to make sure I am heard, I am seen, and I don't need validation from anybody else because I wear the crown here. That is the most important thing for you, Taurus, this month ahead, this June. Taurus, you need to remember that you are the one wearing the crown. You do have the energy and the ambition to do those things. But you have to have that faith in yourself and have to remember that you are absolutely someone in charge, that your voice matters, that what you have to say and to do absolutely matters. So you have to act like the person on the throne, the person wearing the crown, the person who can take it on. And doing so in a way that's very, like I said, again, it's focused, it's determined, it has a goal. That is you. Embody that this June, Taurus. This June is all about sticking to your goals, focusing on what it is that you are trying to do, and taking those actions with confidence as well as ease. So, Taurus, that is your month ahead. All right. So, one more time for anybody who missed it. This is Taroscopes. I'm actually on the last sign. So, if you are not an Aries, don't worry. Don't worry. This recording is over on YouTube. You can watch all of the June Taroscopes for all of the zodiac signs at Phantasma Witch over on YouTube. You can check it out there and catch up if you missed your sign. It's no problem. You can even watch previous months and see how it aligned or didn't, what journaling prompts you can take from it. So this is going to be for my Aries. Now, a friendly reminder, if you didn't hear already, Friday the 13th at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I will be going live answering questions. So this one was free. This one was for the zodiac signs. But the next one I will be doing Friday the 13th at 7 p.m., that one is going to be one where I will be taking your questions directly and doing quick card pulls. So make sure you're following me and mark your calendar. All right, Aries. Aries, thank you for waiting. It is your time to shine. What is the guidance? What is the message coming through for my Aries? What is it that Aries needs to know? What is it that Aries needs for the month of June? Aries, what is coming up for my Aries the month of June? What is the energetic forecast? Aries. All right. For my Aries, what is the energy forecast for my Aries in the month of June? Let's do one more. All right, Aries, your energetic forecast, your card for the month of June. We have Knight of Swords. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is all about speaking your truth the month of June. Aries, it's not about holding back. It's not about stifling your voice anymore. It is about drawing those boundaries and saying the damn thing. You've been wanting to do this for a while, I feel like. Like, as I'm talking, I'm like, ooh, it feels like I'm itching to say it. I'm itching to shout from the rooftops. So, Aries, that thing you've been needing to talk about, the thing you've been needing to say, whether that's drawing a boundary with someone else or something else, or even upholding a boundary in some way, or just saying what needs to be said, like, hey, I didn't appreciate this thing, or like, hey, I don't feel like I'm being heard right now. Whatever it is that's kind of been in the back of your head, kind of like pushing it to the back, like, oh, well, I'll deal with it later. Aries, June is about saying it. June is about speaking your truth. June is about moving forward, full speed ahead. The thing with this card, though, is it's so easy to get caught up in it and go so full speed ahead that it's like maybe sometimes your mind runs away with it. So, while yes, this is the month for you to speak your truth and say what needs to be said without holding back and moving forward, it is also about making sure you are breathing between the words that you are saying. So, yes, you want to say all the words, and yes, you want to be very clear and state what needs to be said and draw that boundary. But it can be really easy to say all the things all at once and then be breathless. And that's what we want to avoid. So, Aries, as you move through the month of June, really allow yourself to say those things, take those actions, and do so with that calm, centered sense of mind where you can actually breathe and say, okay, I've been needing to say this for a while, and here it is. Okay, I've been needing to take this action. I've thought about it for a long time. I'm going to do it. All right, Aries. I hope that resonated with you. I hope that brought you some inspiration for all the signs, for everyone who attended the live, who's watching the recording. If you did not get to watch your sign be read live over here on TikTok, don't worry. Over here on YouTube, hello YouTube, you can watch the recording there. And I so appreciate you all coming. And like I said, Friday the 13th, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I will be pulling cards for your specific questions. So make sure to be following along, check back in for those. And like I said, I also do this every month at the beginning / end of the month. So if you want to follow along, make sure you are so you don't miss the next one. And Friday the 13th, 7 p.m., see you back here to answer your specific questions. Thank you so much for attending the live. I will see you again. I will see you Friday the 13th. Thank you. Bye, TikTok. And thank you, YouTube. I so sincerely appreciate you. I will see you Friday the 13th. It's going to be here as well as my TikTok. So don't worry about like having to shift to different platforms if it doesn't work for you. I'm still going to be trying to do this dual platform device thing that I'm doing. All right. See you all next time. Bye.